This is not just a video. This is a realignment, a return to clarity, a remembrance of truth. In the world of manifestation, so much noise has buried the signal. Too many voices, too many translations. And in the process, the teachings of Neville Goddard, teachings that were always beautifully simple, have become misunderstood, misused, and misquoted. So let's strip it back. Let's return to what Neville actually taught. Let's separate the gold from the glitter. And let's get radically honest about what the law of assumption really is. When you hear the words law of assumption, what comes to mind? Is it a set of rules about raising your vibration? Is it about clearing blockages, waiting for divine timing, or doing shadow work until you're ready? Because if that's what you've been taught, you haven't yet heard the real teachings of Neville Goddard. Today, we're returning to the original voice, the clear truth, the undiluted message. And once you understand what Neville truly meant, your world can change forever. Part 1. What Neville Goddard never said. Let's begin with what Neville never said, even though you've probably heard it 100 times in manifestation circles. He never said, "You need to heal your past before you can manifest your future." Or, "The universe will give it to you when the time is right." Or, "You need to raise your vibration." Or, "You must let go of your desire." Or, "You might get something better." Or, "It's your karma." Or, "You have to release resistance." Neville said none of these things, because none of them are necessary. And all of them, every last one, puts the power outside of you. These sound nice, they sound safe, but they are not Neville. Neville, he taught that you are the operant power. Part 2, what he actually said. So what did Neville actually say? Neville taught something radically simple. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled now. Live in the end. Persist in the assumption. Imagination creates reality. Your assumption, if persisted in, becomes fact. You are the operant power. There's no cosmic waiting room, no spiritual initiation, no timeline you must surrender to. The moment you assume something with conviction, you plant the seed. And the seed grows, not because the universe allowed it, but because you remain faithful to the state. There are no divine delays, no energetic homework, no universe gatekeepers, no cosmic testing. Just you, your imagination, your assumption. Part 3, the myth of healing first. Let's go deeper. Let's tackle this first myth. Misconception 1. You must first heal your blocks and trauma before you manifest. This is one of the most damaging misconceptions. Neville never said you must heal first. He said to assume the state now, even if your past is filled with pain. Healing may occur as a natural side effect of your assumption, but it is not a requirement for the manifestation. Your healing may come, yes, but it comes as a byproduct, not a prerequisite. Your trauma does not disqualify you from creation. Your belief that it does is the only thing that might. One of Neville's most powerful teachings is revision. If your past feels painful or disempowering, revise it. In imagination, relive the scene the way you wish it had gone. Neville taught, change your conception of yourself and you will automatically change the world in which you live. You are not stuck, not in memory, not in story, not in trauma. You are free. Misconception 2. The universe will bring it when the time is right. One of the most dangerous myths is this. The universe will give it to you at the right time. Neville never believed in external timing. Time is not an outside force. It's not the universe's job to grant you your desires. There is no spiritual calendar where your name is penciled in for future blessings. Time bends to your assumption. Delay happens when your inner conviction has not yet accepted your desire as already true. There is no not yet. There's only now or not at all. No deba intimin. No waiting for stars to align. No delay handed down from heaven. If it's not here, it's not because it's not meant to be. It's because you have not fully entered the assumption of already having it. Time bows to your state, not the other way around. Misconception 3. You have to raise your vibration. The law of assumption is not about frequency or energy levels. That's law of attraction language, and it's where most people confuse the two. Neville's feeling wasn't about an emotional high. It was about an inner knowing, a quiet, powerful certainty. Feeling equals conviction. You don't have to be in bliss. You simply have to know it's done. Neville never spoke in frequencies or energy fields. He spoke in terms of states of consciousness. His focus was not vibe but feeling, and not emotional hype but inner conviction. To feel something in Neville's terms means to fully accept it as real, to embody the state until it becomes fact. Misconception 4. You might get something better than what you want. Let's be clear. If you desire Barbados, you imagine Barbados. Neville never taught to water down your desires. He taught to dare to assume the exact life you want and to remain faithful to it. Desire is not random. It is divine. Misconception 5. It's too materialistic. Neville never separated the spiritual from the physical. He said the outer world is a shadow of the inner world. If your desire is a trip, a car, a home, a healed relationship, is not materialistic. Is spiritual expression made visible. Don't shame your desires. They are instructions from the divine part of you. Misconception 6. You have too much resistance. Let's work through it first. Again, no. Neville didn't tell you to find your blocks. He told you to bypass them entirely by moving directly into the state of the wish fulfilled. If you wobble, re-enter the state. Don't dig. Don't analyze. Don't wait for emotional permission. Assume. Return. Persist. That's the medicine. If resistance shows up, you don't wrestle with it. You return to the state. You re-enter the end. You don't dig for weeds. You plant new seeds. Misconception 7. It's your karma. That's why it's not happening. Karma does not bind you. You can revise the past. You can shift timelines. You can change the meaning of any experience. Neville taught, the past and future are present now and can be changed. Karma is only real if you assume it is. Misconception 8. You need to drop the desire. Another confusion is this. You must let go of your desire. Neville never taught that. He said fulfill the desire in imagination. You don't let it go. You accept it as done. Once you assume the state of already having it, there is no longing left. There's nothing to release, nothing to wait for. You're simply living as if. And that's the key. Let go of the wanting, not the having. Because how can you want what you already are? Desire is proof of the thing's existence. You don't let go of your desire. You fulfill it in imagination. You assume it's already yours. You let go of the wanting, not the having. As Neville said, you cannot desire what you do not already possess. Part 4. The Power of Assumption. Neville taught that once you assume a new state, life reorganizes itself around that assumption. He called this the bridge of incidents. Things may look unrelated. Some paths may even feel like detours. But your job is not to manage the how. Your job is to live in the end. Example, you assume you have a thriving online business. Soon, a chance conversation leads to someone offering you free website help. You feel pulled to create content. You randomly meet someone who teaches you strategy. Suddenly, you're living the business you imagined. That's not coincidence. That's your assumption unfolding. Your assumption is not a wish. It's not a request. It is a command issued to the subconscious. And the subconscious always obeys. When you assume something and live from it, not visiting it, not hoping for it, but being it, reality begins to conform. Not because the universe chose you, not because you're finally healed, but because you are it now. Persist in that assumption. Not once, not occasionally, daily, in every choice, in every reaction, in every moment. Part 5. The True Letting Go. Letting go is not about detachment. It's not apathy. It's not whatever happens, happens. Letting go is letting go of the old self, the one who doesn't have it, the one who begs, doubts, fears. When you assume the end, there is nothing to want anymore, because it's already yours. In consciousness, in feeling, in truth, and your world, it will catch up. Part 6. Contrast with Law of Attraction. The The law of attraction teaches you to attract what you want by being happy, grateful, or aligned. But Neville said, be it. Law of attraction says, raise your vibration. Neville says, assume the state. Law of attraction says, visualize what you want. Neville says, live as though it's done. Law of attraction says, trust divine timing. Neville says, you are the divine timing. That's the difference. The law of assumption is about identity, not effort. Part 7, Daily Application. So, how do you practice the law of assumption? You begin like this. Every morning, assume your identity. Throughout the day, respond from that identity. At night, fall asleep in the state of the wish fulfilled. You ask, what would the version of me who already has it believe, feel, do, choose? Then you do it. And when your mind wobbles, you return. And return again, and again, until it hardens into fact. Here are affirmations based on Neville's teachings. Use them as identity recalibrators, not just feel-good phrases. I am the version of me who already has what I desire. My imagination is my divine creative power. I accept my desire is already fulfilled. It is done. I live in the end. Everything rearranges itself to reflect my assumption. I assume I persist, and it becomes fact. I am the operant power. Repeat slowly. Let each one land in the cells of your being. Let it become who you are. Final thoughts. You are the operant power. You are not here to earn your desires. You are here to accept them. You are not a student waiting for divine approval. You are the divine expressing itself. Neville did not teach maybe. He taught certainty. So say it with me now. I assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. I live in the end. My imagination creates my reality. I am the operant power. This is not a practice. This is a way of being. And the moment you decide, the moment you become, the entire world begins to rearrange itself, to reflect the new you, not because it's magic, but because it's law, the law of assumption. Now go live it. This is not a technique. It's a transformation. This is not about scripting for 30 days. It's about being the version of yourself who already lives it. From this moment on, begin to walk differently, think differently, speak as though your wish is fulfilled, live in the identity of already done. You don't wait for permission. You decide, you assume, you persist, and it becomes fact, because you are the operant power. If this message resonated with you, leave a comment below. It is done. Do you want to empower your manifestation journey even further? Sign up below to learn how to get Manifestation Elite Power Affirmation Journal for free and bag an instant bonus, free manifestation audiobook. Because you weren't meant to wait for miracles. You were born to create them.